I love those drums. I love those drums. All right, everybody,
drums.
welcome.
All right.
Oh, are you talking about the drums, or am I talking about the drums?
I'm just saying, yay, drums. That's all.
Okay, I think the drums.
I'm agreeing. Yes, and.
Oh,
yes, and what I'm doing.
Oh, you got it. You understand why we're here tonight. Everybody, we are here tonight to do improv, and we live by the words yes and we also live by those drums. Those are the coolest drums ever. Those are from Cal's Corner, and that's the guy behind the screen that you can't see working the magic, live streaming us. And who are we? This is Whose Cause Is It Anyway? This is a group of wackos. We're just a bunch of friends that got together, and we love improv. And we also really love to highlight different charities all throughout the world, all different kinds of charities that we particular think are important and well run and, you know, really good places to spend your philanthropy budget if you're the kind of person that has one. If you're not the kind of person that has a philanthropy budget, that's okay. You know, you might need some help from those people that are in the philanthropy budget. That's okay. That's fine. And please do, if you have that philanthropy budget, to pay attention when we start to talk about the different charities. Because this month, we do a show pretty much every month. This month, we are talking about what everybody's talking about, and that's Ukraine. And they sure could use some help. And one of our adorable teammates here is actually a Ukrainian type person. She has all sorts of family from Ukraine. And so I'm going to introduce everybody, but I'm going to save her till last, okay? So first of all, there's me. Hi, everybody. I am Lara Coutinho, and I love doing improv, and I love organizing my friends into doing silly things like go online and talk about charities that matter and do so with some laughs, because Lord knows we all need some laughs nowadays, and that's what's going to get us through all of this stuff. And you know what else gets us through? Cuteness, sweetness, adorableness. And that comes mostly from our adorable, sweet, cutie pie friend, Erica. Erica over here in the corner. And then cute in his own way is one of our funny, great, mustachioed friends. This is Andrew in the corner. Everybody say hi, Andrew. And then there is Amanda. Amanda does all sorts of fun things with us, including comedy and Zumba. So if you need some exercise, go find her channel on Zumba. And she also has some Ukrainian family. You want to tell us a little bit about your Ukrainian family, Amanda?
Just I'm half Ukrainian. My father's family came over just a couple generations back. So, I mean, I grew up with the Ukrainian church, and you know, we did eggs, the wax eggs, and talked about the magical spider webs at Christmas time. And it's a really beautiful culture. I have my Ukrainian shirt on.
Oh, wait, what does that say? American grown with Ukrainian roots. Oh, it's adorable. Yay. Awesome.
But yeah, I've always been pretty proud. I did like a little report on Ukraine back in 6th grade and got connected to my heritage. And it's just always been a part of my life. So
that's awesome. All right. Well, we're there, man. Everybody's paying attention, and they're noticing, and they're reading, and they're paying attention to what's really happening out there. And part of it is just about sending money to where it's needed. There's always somewhere in the world that needs some help financially. And so that's what we can do here online, is raise awareness. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to offer up the first of 4 charities that we are going to plug tonight. 4 of them. Woo-hoo-hoo. So the first one is my favorite. It's actually not just focused on Ukraine. It's called Charity Navigator. CharityNavigator.org is one of my favorite places to go to see where my philanthropy budget is going to go. And right now, their front page, their website, CharityNavigator.org, their front page is devoted entirely to Ukrainian support. So there it is. Cal's got the message up for us. CharityNavigator.org. You can see a number of options there for your support to Ukraine. And then you can also read more in Charity Navigator about ratings for charities. And it's not whether they're good or bad. It's like various ways that these charity organizations manage themselves, and what's important to you, they can evaluate how they do on those and where their money goes. And so you can make a more informed decision on where your budget goes. So those of us who are ready to go donate now, go check that out. And if you want to wait just a little bit more, have some laughs with us, relax, and then we're going to tell you about a handful more of charities throughout the evening. So for the next, 15, 20 minutes or so, we're going to have some laughs with one of my favorite games ever, and that is Challenge in a Minute. So my friends, we have a few set up and ready to go, but if you are adorable viewers and listeners, if you've got an idea that is an argument we should be having that, really desperately needs to be answered and you need help. And one of my really favorite examples of this is cats versus dogs, which is better. It's a desperate question we have never quite come to a conclusion on, but we are here to help. So my friends, we are going to argue about a handful of topics tonight. And if you have a request for something you would like us to determine for you through the art of debate, then please let us know. Put that in the thing. Oh, look at that. Scott says, I sent $100 to the Red Cross in UK and does it. That absolutely counts.
Yay.
That absolutely counts, Scott Vaughn. It sure does. That absolutely does. All right. So what shall we argue about in his honor, Scott Vaughn? Which shall we argue about? Why do people eat black licorice?
Well, that's easy.
Wow. That's really tough. I don't know how to handle that. Okay, well, tell you what.
I know how to answer that.
Okay. So, Erica and Andrew, just give me a real quick paper, rock, scissors. I don't know who of you should go first. Ready, set, go. Yeah.
Oh, well. All right.
Okay. Lag. Keep going.
3.
Yeah. What do you?
There you go. You win.
Erica wins.
Okay, Erica wins. All right, you guys. I've got the timer going, and we have 2 minutes. Go ahead, go.
Why do people eat black licorice? Well, because they're angry people with souls full of hate and bile. Yes. The blackness of the licorice represents the darkness of their soul. And that's personally my opinion on the matter.
Challenge.
All right, Andrew, what's your challenge?
It isn't blackness. It is, we take the bitterness and make love and sweetness out of it. It is those of us who eat bring joy to the world by taking out that darkness. We are superior. We are intelligent people.
Okay, Amanda, I want to hear your challenge because I don't know if I buy it from him.
I believe black licorice is very cleansing. So even though the focus is on darkness, I feel it cleanses your palate and cleanses your heart.
Oh, it's a cleaning of the bile.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know. I don't know if this is really a conclusion. We still have a minute left, so I don't know. Erica, do you really think that it's a cleansing and a sweetness?
Well, it is sweet, but it's sort of a cloying sweetness that never really satisfies because it has the bitter unpleasantness lurking in the background.
Challenge.
Oh, Amanda, what's your challenge? I think lurking
Well,
is
I think
true,
we're
though.
focusing too much on how it tastes. I like to take my black licorice and make handcuffs and handcuff people with it.
Okay.
It's very useful for that. If I had someone hand, I would do a demonstration, but it's an improv.
Oh, okay.
You're talking black licorice, strings that you would do that with. I was thinking of the black licorice beads. Like, how do you make black licorice out of a little jelly bean-like thing?
We're talking to handcuffs here, people.
No,
okay, all right. You're good. The long strings. Okay.
Not so much a challenge as it, but an addendum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is ingenious because it tastes so vile that they would be trapped for the rest of their lives because they wouldn't even gnaw it off.
Just
All right. I think Scott Vaughn brought up another question that we need to answer, and that is Erica ever really satisfied? All right, Erica, I want you to handle the management of the debate, if you could, please, because I have opinions on this.
Okay, then.
Okay. I think, okay, no, this is me, hon. Okay, thank you. Centered on me. I think that Erica is never satisfied, but that's a good thing. She is never satisfied with the idiocy and the bile and the black souls around her. She is constantly fighting them with her amazing cuteness and her cute fuzzy kittens, and all of it is sweet and good in this world. She is never satisfied with the bad people out there.
Because Erica is a peaceful person, someone who brings joy to the world, and I'm satisfied to know her, so she must be satisfied herself. Because satisfaction.
Whoa. Are you challenge? Andrew, are you saying that Erica should be satisfied because she knows you?
No. I'm saying because I feel satisfied by knowing Erica.
Your satisfaction is not on the table here.
I want to challenge that.
Okay, Amanda.
I've seen the way Erica plays Black Widow, and Black Widows are never satisfied. Therefore, inside the depths of her soul, she's a woman that's never satisfied, but that also means she's a powerful woman.
Exactly.
Aw, shucks, guys.
I agree with that. All right. Do we have any other challenges, or can we just say that she is, in fact,
fine.
never satisfied? Never? Okay. I'll vote for never. Never satisfied? Okay, but Andrew, you're like,
I'll
sure.
I'll stay here and probably be wrong. I'll be the token wrong person.
Always a token wrong person. He's right, actually. He's very, very right. There's always a token wrong person, and it's often Andrew. All right, so I just want to let you know that Scott Vaughn, since we know you're watching, we are definitely going to be theming the show around you and your various hobbies and things that we know about you. So I am going to say we need a new challenge, and this one is going to be dedicated to Scott Vaughn's son, Liam, who often plays with us, because there was something that came up on Friday night when he was doing his show with his teenage improv buddies. And it's the topic of cereal. I'm really disturbed. I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently some people put the milk in first. I don't get it. Okay. Well, I'm going to lead the challenge, and then everybody pitches in. So, Erica, I'm going to hit the go button on the timer, and you get to go. Go.
Milk for cereal is madness. I'm prepared to die on this hill. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, you put the milk in, and then the cereal in, and you never get a good ratio because it just no. Just no.
Anybody want to challenge? No. Okay, Amanda, challenge the just no. Just no.
I don't mind putting a little bit of milk in and then some cereal, because the cereal absorbs some of the milk and therefore absorbs some of the flavor of the milk. So then I can put some cereal in, and then I put a little bit more milk in.
Challenge.
Oh. Erica, what's your challenge?
You just let it soak for a little while. You put the milk in, then you pour the
challenge.
Okay, Amanda, what's your challenge?
What kind of time do you think I have in the morning to wait for my cereal to soak up milk? I mean, come on, girl.
But
that's the thing.
The challenge, doesn't it have to sort of soak anyway by putting it in the pot?
It'll get soggy.
But sogginess is good. Sogginess allows you to just sort of suck at it and let the evanescence of the cereal go through your whole palate and up through your nasal cavities.
Somebody challenge him. Erica, are you ready to take on that challenge, please?
Well, actually, I kind of agree with him, because if Amanda says she doesn't have time in the morning, soggy cereal is ideal, because you can just glorp down. You don't need a spoon or anything.
Although, challenge,
Amanda,
do you think it's a valid excuse if I call into work and say I'm late because my cereal needs a soak?
Yes.
I never said anything of the sort.
Okay, I have an idea for tomorrow when I don't feel like getting out of bed.
Monday morning when you get up. All right, my friends. All right, that's the end of that. And I tell you, I'm still a little disturbed. disturbed it.
Yes, I did. Is that the magic word? I didn't see the duck come down. That's probably not the magic word today.
We don't
I
have
like
a
how
duck.
nobody addressed he said the evanescence of the cereal. Come on. Like that. I died.
I'm sure it's a real word. We just need to look it up on something. All right. Okay. I tell you what, there's another issue that is tangential to this, but close to my heart. And I need to know the truth, but I need to be part of this debate. So will one of you please moderate the debate?
I'll moderate. Oh, Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, do me a favor. You moderate for me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the question: is cereal a soup?
Yes.
All right, I would like to start, if I may, moderator, sir.
You may.
Okay. I had no idea, but it is. I grew up thinking it was just its own thing, but it actually does take part in the greater context of the world of soup. It is liquidy, and it has ingredients, and it has some things that are kind of chunky and crunchy, and some things that may not be. And you do not have to limit yourself. In the world of soup, soups can be so many things. They can be jambalaya. They can be chili. They can be that other stuff that you get in the restaurant.
Challenge.
Gazpacho. Oh, yes.
Gazpacho.
Oh.
Alarica was challenging.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So soup has a meat or vegetable broth based broth. Now, I will give you that it can have milk or cream in it to add creaminess to it, but not milk alone. Milk alone does not make soup. Even though
okay, challenge.
Go ahead, Lara.
Where is that written? Where is that written? And if it is written, who is the authority? I mean,
Challenge.
is there actually
Amanda,
a soup authority?
My cereal is sweet and my soup is not. So therefore, cereal is not a soup. I can't say I want to eat my tomato soup in the morning. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Although tomato soup is kind of sweet.
I love tomato soup.
Yeah.
I would love to have tomato soup in the morning. That would be what,
Would
honey,
you put
tomorrow morning we're going to have tomato soup
Would
for
you put
breakfast.
tomato soup on your cereal?
Of course I would. See, Bloody Marys for breakfast. They're absolute. You see, you got to keep your mind open to the possibilities in the world. When I first heard the possibility that the cereal could be soup, my mind just exploded, and it was a beautiful feeling. It was wonderful to be open to the universe in these different ways that I had never thought of before.
And that's the time.
That's time.
Is that time? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Also, I agree with Lenora, just in general.
It's vile? Well, what exactly is the vile part?
Which part was vile? We had a lot of vile. Is there
vile?
anything specific in what we said about soup and tomatoes and cereal?
You know, I like the idea of tomato soup for breakfast. I'm thinking I'm going to try it tomorrow morning.
If you put croutons in gazpacho, isn't that just really cereal?
You see? I never would have thought of that. And I think of these new things all the time, and it just blows me away. It blows me away. It blows me away. All right, my friends. All right, we have one more that I think is important. No, we've got to do two more because I couldn't pick. These two more, and again, I need to be part of this next debate, and then I'll take on the last one. Okay, so this next debate is about Easter coming up and the peeps in our lives. As we all know, they're so precious. The peeps are truly symbolic of many things in our lives that we hold dear. And I have to know the truth. Is the classic peep the only true, real peep? Or are the non-yellow peeps still a true peep? So what is the true peep? Is it only the yellow? Or do we include the non-yellow peeps? Okay, so who can moderate this one? Erica?
How about I'll moderate it so all four of y'all can play?
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm sliding the windows around anyways. This is fun.
All right.
So.
Okay, great. Okay, so everybody, the disembodied voice that you hear is Cal. He's our good friend Cal, who does a live streaming for us.
I'm Cal. Hi, Cal.
All right, now the thing is, you don't have hands you can wave, so you have to really be loud. So shut up, Erica, what's your challenge? And so just, don't hold back, Cal. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
You forget I can just mute you, right? Like this, I push the button, you can't talk anymore. I have all the power here. You forget about this, don't you? It's the best thing ever.
Can I go with
you? Oh, okay. Am I back on?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
All right, who's up first?
Wow, that was disturbing.
Laura, do you want to start with this?
I would love to start. I would
All right.
love to start because I gotta say, when I first heard the concept of, there's the yellow peep and then all the rest are not true, I thought that was what was wrong with my life. The fact that I had been including other peeps in my life, I thought I was being inclusive, but actually they are not true peeps. They're different varieties, and that's okay because they're their own special things. They just aren't the true peep. They can be Halloween peeps, and they can be
Erica,
other. Oh, Erica.
Okay, so I wish I had them with me, but I have examples of peeps that I have selected for our peep sacrifice.
Oh, our peep sacrifice, which we will have soon.
I think that all peeps are created by that right there, by the peep gods. That is one of them.
That is one.
And they now have red hot peeps that are
Red
cinnamony and spicy. And what
Oh, wow.
Andrew had there was coffee peeps and then a watermelon.
Watermelon? Oh,
But
my
I think
God.
that all peeps please the peep gods, and they're all. There you go. I have those two. And chocolate pudding. And that all peeps are equal in the peep god sight.
No, challenge. Okay, Amanda, go.
Amanda first.
I just.
The Yellow Peep has a fan club. I've seen Yellow Peep pillows, Yellow Peep hats, Yellow Peep shirts. I don't really see any of the other colors on the merch.
Exactly. And the merch is true. The merch is real. The merch tells us what the market believes is the real thing. Do you see other variations of stuff really getting the merch?
Challenge. Are you really going to let a bunch of marketers, tell you what to think? Are you?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Final words there.
I'm just saying.
God.
Open your mind, open your hearts.
Erica. Oh my God.
Be saved by the birthday cake peep.
I appreciate how Andrew's argument was just.
Speckles.
I need to not be controlled by the marketers of the world. I need to have my own thoughts. I need to. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to think. I mean, first I think cereal is just cereal, and now maybe it's a soup. And then I used to think, well, peeps are just peeps, and now I'm thinking maybe it's all the marketing people out there just trying to get into my brain. Okay, one more. And again, I have an opinion on this, and I was willing to moderate, but since Cal is here for us, then I'm thinking I need to have this discussion. Reese's Cups versus Reese's Eggs. And I have a real major opinion on this. I want to say Reese's Eggs, no. No to Reese's Eggs, no to Reese's Eggs.
Challenge. The Reese's Egg is a perfect shape. It is egg. It is round. It doesn't have hard corners. It's just a simple object that one can just consume or bite and let the evanescent flow of the peanut butter go through.
Soft, round? What? What's wrong with you? Do you not have the strength to take on the rough edges of a true Reese's Cup and then make it your own and make it soft in your belly?
Amanda.
So the eggs are bigger than the cups, so I would say you're taking on more peanut butter gloriness than the Reese's Cup. That's smaller.
Oh, challenge.
Laura.
Bigger is not always better. In fact, bigger can be a problem.
Erica, go.
In this case, it totally is. It is
Yeah.
the absolute perfect ratio, the perfect balance of peanut butter and chocolate goodness. I mean, forget about shape. I'm talking about the contents of this amazing spherical or semi-spherical peanut butter and chocolate awesomeness. It is the evolution, the true evolution, what the Reese's Cup was meant to be all
Okay,
along.
challenge.
Laura.
I think the marketing people have gotten to Erica.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
I think they have gotten to her because they got to be with the peeps, and it's the classic, the old, true classic is the only thing that really, really matters. I mean, you know, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter in my chocolate. Boom. I mean, that is the only true essence of Reese's, and to make it different with the big round thing, Erica, come back to us.
And that's the time.
There you go. All right.
Okay, all right. I just think that, you know, the marketing people are getting to us now. They're telling us what to think, and now I'm really afraid. All right. I know you guys are with me, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your, you know, sticking it out. All right, so I tell you what, let's move on to another game. Oh my God. Okay, thank you, Laura. Thank you. You are very right that the ratio is important. It is very important, and we might need to just like save that debate for next month when we do something else, because that's going to be important. The ratio is delicate balance. Okay, so we are going to move on to a new game, but while we warm up to that new game, let us talk about a new charity. It's not really new. In fact, it's pretty darn old, and this is another charity that we are simply highlighting for the sake of everybody gathering the wagons around Ukraine and trying to help them out as best we can. So, Erica, you had a charity to highlight. Can you tell us about it?
UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency. They help people in crisis like Ukraine is now, and they are currently providing humanitarian aid through working with authorities in the UN agencies and displaced community groups and partners to provide aid to over 2.9 million people who need assistance in the Ukraine before recent events.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Do we have a link there, Cal, for the UN?
Already. Oh, sorry. It was in the chat. I just didn't put it on the screen.
Okay, super. UNHCR.org. That's U uniform N November H hotel C Charlie R
Romeo.
Thank you, Romeo.
Word for word,
All right, so that's awesome. Now, my friends, we are going to move into a new game called Good Advice, Bad Advice. And I want to thank a young man named Liam Vaughn. This is the second born of our good friend Scott Vaughn, who just sent $100 to the Red Cross for helping them out. So Liam is a very good improv artist, and his troupe introduced to me on Friday this game called Good Advice, Bad Advice, and we are going to play it. The question, though, is we need to have a topic on which to dispense advice. So I would like it if anybody from the viewing audience had a question or a general topic that they need advice on. And then we are going to have three of our three improvisational geniuses here offer some advice because they are, in fact, geniuses on many topics. So as far as I recall, did we have anything ready for this, or do we need to come up with one?
There we go.
We have one?
I think so, yes.
How do I get rid of my COVID?
Yes.
That's a good one. That is a very good question. And I think one of the ladies was going to start on this one. So I'm going to ask Amanda. Amanda, could you start out giving some good advice to Scott Vaughn, who has a very good question for us here?
I think in these times to get rid of COVID, you need to stay home and learn a new hobby in your house because no one else needs exposed to you, and you can rest, you can learn something new, you can spend all that time doing something productive, but you're at home and you're not a hazard for everyone else.
And Scott Vaughn is a person who needs more hobbies.
Yes, there you go. When we see him next, he'll have a new hobby.
He definitely is a person who spends too much of his time being bored and needs more hobbies.
Yes.
Let's find out by the end of the illness which new hobby it is that he's coming with. We'll follow up with him later. All right. So, Andrew, do you have some advice on what would be helpful to Scott as he struggles with having COVID right now?
Well, dealing with COVID is pretty simple. Just make sure in your nest you have very shiny pebbles. This way, with the shiny pebbles, your mate can stay with you, and you can stay socially distanced. You have the shiny pebbles to keep yourselves interested.
Oh, good, shiny pebbles. I knew
Yes,
something.
yes.
I knew they would
Yes.
they would come in handy at some point.
Yes, they would.
So,
They would.
Erica, do you have any advice?
Orange juice and Drano.
Yes.
Orange juice and Drano.
Orange
And
juice
then
and
you stand on your head and you take a Tide Pod and then you snort it.
okay.
But
Okay,
really,
good to know.
that, you'd only do that if COVID existed. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
True.
see. I see. Only if COVID is real.
Right.
And that's still a topic that we did. Okay. Do not. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna say that maybe you might ask your doctor before you do something to try to treat yourself. All right. Well. All right. I have another topic, a little problem that has come up in my life, and I need some advice on it. What do you do around the dinner table when you've got a bunch of family members and one of them, at least one of them, does not believe what you believe very strongly, and you have a massive difference of opinions? So what do you do when you've got a family member that is on the way other side of the fence of any particular topic? So, Amanda, do you have some good, healthy advice for me on that?
Yes, I do. So I believe that if you're not going to really convince that person to join your side. So what I do for every gathering, I just bring like little earplugs. That way I just nod a lot, and I'm not really listening to them. They're not really interacting with me. And that's how I keep most of my family members.
That sounds really good. I think I'm going to do that. But there are some some people who might say that's living in denial. So let's just keep going and see if we can gather more.
With denial.
Yeah.
Coexisting in denial.
Coexisting
Okay.
in denial.
That could be. So, Andrew, do you have some more advice for us?
Well, I do. The best way to get through this is, of course, on your belly and flap your arms sliding across the floor to get the great speed in order to get away from all of this. This way you can easily just, as you're sliding, go up over the ramp and into the pool so you can go and get your fish and ignore everybody else while you are, keeping yourself nice and healthy.
Okay. That works for some dinner tables, I think.
Yes.
Some very specific dinner tables.
Yes.
Okay, can you help us out some, Erica?
Well, I find that if you just talk louder than the other guy, like just really, really loud and obnoxious, that makes you right. And people will inevitably just shut up. So guess what? You're the only one talking. Huh?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think that's brilliant. Well done. I like it a lot. All right. So I have one more that I have in mind, but let me check in with Cal and see if anybody from our audience has asked for some help. What do you do with a drunken sailor?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, thank goodness somebody had to ask it. It's been a terrible problem for us. All right, so Amanda, can you tell us, what do you do with a drunken sailor?
I give him a really big hug and I make sure that I pull his hair out so he can vomit and just
Aw.
kind of cleanse his system. He has a hug. He's really has my support. Everyone has those drunken days, and you know,
We too.
he just needs someone to be there for him. So I'm
Love.
typically that kind of person that I would be
Love.
there for my drunken sailor if I had.
Oh, you are so good, Amanda. I mean, hold their hair back and hug them. Oh, that's just precious.
It's
Andrew,
important.
can
Yes.
you add to that brilliance?
I can. I find that it's best to just, all huddle up around him, looking cute and cuddly, and just sort of standing there. You let the wind blow. Also, we just all just lean up against each other in our
sweet.
ways, just keeping and
Yes.
supporting each other, and just just always cute and cuddly.
Okay, I'm sure cute and cuddly drunken sailors
Yes,
need
yes, it
support.
is.
That's like giving him a hug. I agree.
Yes, it's like a big group hug. Okay,
Yes, it
Erica,
is.
can you add to that?
Well, I guess, helping them out is one way to go, but I say you mess with them. I mean, the drunker they are, the funnier they are. Just encourage them to drink more and more, and then get them to do the dumbest, most dangerous stuff humanly possible for your amusement.
Okay, good. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. All right, Cal, do we have any other questions from the audience before our final one that I'm really worried about?
That's it. Go for it.
No? All right. So, my friends, I need help. When it comes to Easter, there are a lot of options. And clearly, we've seen that the marketing departments of the world are out to get us. And so, when I am preparing my Easter basket, and I have all of these options, I have true classic Peeps, I have versions of Peeps, I have Reese's Cups, Reese's Eggs that I'm a little iffy about. How do I figure out what to put in my Easter basket? Amanda?
I think you just need to go to the mall and find the Easter Bunny and ask for his expert opinion, because I mean the bunny knows where it's at.
Yep.
And if you're really having trouble, that's why he's at the mall. He's there to give you advice.
Oh, you're so smart. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my God. All right, Andrew, do you have any additional help to offer?
Sardines. Sardines are an excellent addition to any Easter basket.
You're right. Some very specific Easter baskets.
Yes.
Like maybe yours.
All Easter baskets. All Easter baskets.
All Easter baskets. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Erica, do you have some help for us?
So I kind of agree with Amanda a little bit. The Easter Bunny does indeed have the best, candy. So I propose that you grab the Easter Bunny in a dark alley and beat him up and take all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Maybe Amanda needs to give a hug to Erica because she could use some huggy support, I think. All right, so I'm thinking maybe we don't want to encourage a lot of bunny violence, but I do like the sardines idea. I do really do that. Okay. All right, my friends, we're going to move on to another game. And while we warm that one up, we have a third charity for Ukraine that we'd like to encourage your participation in. And I think Andrew had this one.
Yes, this one.
Yes, Andrew, you got this one? You want to tell us about the third one?
Yes, the World Central Kitchen. Amongst the many things they are doing, they are right now working with various refugee management centers in Poland to provide hot meals for people coming across, make sure they're at least well taken. And, they provide the service to other communities as well. But right now they are focusing on the refugee crisis, that are people leaving from Ukraine, going through Poland to other places of course. And great. It's like, it's small, it's simple, but everyone could just feels better with it. Having the hot meal, it just always helps. It's always a morale booster.
Of course. Yeah. Well, thank God they're doing that, because there's a lot of people traveling without a lot on their backs when they are crossing a country border. Yep. And they may or may not have sardines. So you might need to bring your own sardines.
Sardines are usually not a hot dish menu.
No, unless you put them on pizza. but that's not really refugee type food. That's that's like luxury food when you can, when you've settled down into a community that maybe has some Italian influence.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not now with the sardines, but we're really grateful that the World Central Kitchen is a place that we can go to send them some money if you have it in your philanthropy budget, again, to help out people who really need some help feeding themselves along their journey. All right, super. So, my friends, we are going to move into the next game called New Choice. And let's just say that, while we're on the topic of Ukraine, there are a lot of new choices happening out there. There are some people in power who are definitely making new choices, and I think we should model for them the way that they can rethink what they're doing and maybe backtrack a little and go home. Go home and do what you were doing before and not like bothering your neighbors. So I'm thinking that would be a good idea. So my friends, new choice. First, we are going to have Andrew and Amanda. We're going to start with them. And you're just going to play a scene until I jump in and say new choice. And then you have to make a new choice of whatever it is you just spoke. So we are going to start by saying that you are the staff people in a kabuki theater.
Mm-hmm.
And your relationship is you are brother and sister.
All right.
Hey, we've had that relationship before.
Have we done this before?
No, in Comedia. Sorry,
in
Comedia.
You're twins then.
Right?
Tell us,
all right. Your brother and sister. I just took it.
Memory. I don't mind doing it again.
Yes.
Okay. I'll ask Cal to use the randomizer on the next one. I kept that came from my notes. All right.
Okay,
so
all right.
Kabuki theater, brother and sister, go.
Kabuki theater, brother and sister. The actors, they're going the wrong direction. They're I don't understand. They're just like it's amazing how they're singing. There's not supposed to be singing going on.
Yes. We've had rehearsal. These actors do not listen. Where did we get these people from?
New choice, Amanda.
Well, this is the old way. This is the way we do it here in Japan. It's a new way to connect with the modern audience.
But the singing. I mean, the modern audience. Look, have you seen our audience? It's usually old people. These
New
are
choice, Andrew. New choice,
have you
Andrew.
seen our audience? It's just all these young punks coming in trying
Andrew,
to.
new choice.
Have you seen our audience? It's just a bunch of penguins now.
Well, penguins are very cute and they need good theater too. They like singing. Penguins like singing. They can relate to the people who are singing on stage. We have to update the Japanese arts for the penguins.
Yes, but the penguins, they I don't understand. They're there. How did they even learn Japanese?
Andrew, new choice.
The penguins, how do they even use chopsticks?
Andrew, new choice.
The penguins, just because they eat raw fish doesn't make it sushi. You need rice too.
Oh, my dear brother, you apparently don't remember all those times we went to the zoo and we watched the penguins singing and swimming.
Amanda, new choice.
And squawking very loudly.
Amanda, new choice.
Looking lovingly at their trainer's eyes and
Amanda, new choice.
Waddling around and trying not to slip and fall on their little penguin butts.
Amanda, new choice.
Swimming underwater and talking with the fish.
Amanda, new choice.
Inside, scooting with their little fins, little pebbles here and there. They like those shiny pebbles. You have to sing loudly to get their attention, like we did that time we went to the zoo.
Oh, that would explain why we now have a much more beautiful rock garden too. Must be all the shiny pebbles that they're throwing in for tips.
We're getting ready for those penguins.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. The Zen garden does look much prettier now with all those shiny pebbles.
Yes, the singing, the shiny pebbles.
Pebbles, yeah.
It's just all to make the penguins more comfortable when they come to the theater.
Yes, and they're dressed for it too. They look. They're always in formal attire.
You're right. They are. They're always. So we need to look at our dress code too.
Okay. All right. So no more t-shirts and cutoffs again.
Nope. Everyone needs to look like a penguin with the little suits. Okay. Everyone needs to waddle like a little penguin, and everyone should squawk like a penguin.
All right. We'll put that in the notes, and I think this is going to be a great theater experience now. I can embrace the singing now.
I mean,
beautiful.
How could you go wrong with penguins?
I love it. The penguins come to Kabuki Theater and revolutionize the way we see Kabuki Theater.
We support theater for all.
Theater for all, including penguins, especially penguins. All right, I feel warm. I feel warm and happy about that. I absolutely love it. All right, we're going to do another one, and it's going to be me and Erica. And one of you, Andrew and Amanda, which one of you wants to call New Choice for us?
I can do it for you.
Okay. Andrew will call New Choice for us. Amanda will take a break. And I want to give you, I'm thinking we should just lean on what we were just talking about and say we are zoo staff. We are the staff at a zoo. But Cal, could you please run the randomizer and give us a geographic location?
A geographic or a non-geographic?
Yeah. Like a geographic location, like where are we in the world?
Oh, that's a different button. I didn't have that button ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can go with non-geographic. Let's go with non-geographic because I wasn't even thinking about it, and the randomness is better.
All right. So you said you're at a zoo, but you're in a private jet at the zoo.
Oh, Erica, I brought you on this jet to ask you a question.
Okay.
It's a very, very special question that I hope you don't hear too often, even though you being as beautiful as you are and as sweet and kind as you are and all of that, I want you to know that I brought along all of your favorite animals because I want you to feel like there is nothing in the world you're missing. We're all right here. We've got the penguins, of course, because I know you really can't go anywhere without your penguins.
And
we've got the kittens. We've got all of them. We've got absolutely all of them. I brought them all, and I asked your family to make sure that all of your particular zoo favorites are here with us. So, we've got the porcupines over there. We're keeping them. Oh, we've got the giraffes over here. They're little giraffes, but they're a special kind of giraffe that I know you like. And then there's the lions that are different from kittens, but still in the same family. And, it's a really big jet, and I wanted to fill it with love for you.
Wow. Well, this is quite the zoo. I mean, it's like Noah's Ark in the air. It's magical. Really.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, I knew you'd appreciate it because, these past few weeks with you have just been so magical, and I feel like these past few weeks with you have been really stressful, but
New choice.
These last few weeks with you have been terrifying, but it's because you are so terrifying. I mean, the external cuteness that you bring into the world is impressive, especially how it covers your powerful nature underneath.
I have to admit that being on an airplane with uncaged lions is a little terrifying.
Good choice.
I have to admit that when I almost sat down on the porcupine, that I questioned what you were doing here, but I guess I can see that you meant well. But do you have anyone to keep these animals? Because
Oh, of course, Erica, of course, really. My fortune is devoted to your happiness. So
New choice.
all of them, Erica, my fortune is devoted to the wellness of animals of all kinds.
New choice.
And Erica, my fortune is devoted to only creating an image around you of what makes you happy, so you can be shielded from the world and all of its ugliness.
Yeah. So you're devoted to the well-being of the animals?
Yes, with your focus being on happy animals, so that you are protected.
Just ate a porcupine.
Well, that's the circle of life, Erica. That's normal.
But it's not
that's
completely normal. And the lion is that's
the lion should be pretty happy with this. I mean, I see that the lion's having a little trouble. But yeah, she'll be. The lion's having no trouble at all. I mean, their natural environment. The lion is picking out the rest of the porcupine bits with the porcupine pointy thing. So it just comes with its own toothpicks, and that's not a problem. And the lion's perfectly fine. How did you get
lions with opposable thumbs?
I just put in an ad in the paper.
Well, I suppose when you have your kind of money, you can get just about anything,
Yeah.
Well, I suppose when you have your kind of money, I'm starting to wonder whether or not this isn't a little bit cruel to the animals.
Oh, it couldn't possibly be cruel. Oh, Erica, they all answered the ad. They all absolutely came in willingly, and they signed a waiver, and they knew what they were getting into. They said, I will come to the Erica jet to make sure that Erica, they all know you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They know you personally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They all signed up and said that they were perfectly happy to come on this jet. I mean, they knew where we were going. They just said, of course, I would love to go on a jet with Erica to Tahiti.
New choice.
Who wouldn't? To Bermuda.
New choice.
To Orlando, Florida.
New choice.
To that little tiny tip in Argentina that's really close to Antarctica, where you launch all of the tourist boats that go to Antarctica. Yeah. It's a really, really hopping town down there, and they get all sorts of animals back and forth. And so all these animals, they really wanted to go where the Antarctican animals are going, because, that's the hottest place, at least according to penguin.com.
Where did you find these animals that could sign waivers? I'm absolutely intrigued.
Oh, well, of course, they just had special education they took advanced classes in the zoos they were at, because they figured out how to get online, and you can learn anything online nowadays. I mean, in the last 2 years, the educational opportunities for anybody online has just skyrocketed, because people had to be alone at home, going a little nutso crazy by themselves. And so they put forth everything they had to offer as far as education online. So anything that you can learn just by talking to each other online, you can do that now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the animals
I can take this fluffy kitten right here. Mm-hmm. And have a debate on world affairs with it.
Oh yeah! Let's do that. Little kitten, little kitten, Boo. Yeah, what do you think about world affairs? Yeah, who do you think? Who's the big bad man in Russia? He's a big bad man.
Right? Who's the big bad man in Russia?
Yeah, he's a big bad man.
Yeah.
And there we go. Cats can talk world affairs. Leave it there.
All right, the kittens will bring us to the next level. All right. Well, I'm just happy that, we had, there's a bunny! There's a bunny! Does the bunny know how to write? Can the bunny write his own name on a waiver? Can you do that?
So Princess Rhino, this is Princess Rhino Pajama Pants, and she heard what Erica had to say about the Easter Bunny, and said if the Easter Bunny is going to get knocked out, she would like to jump in and maybe be the next Easter Bunny.
Excellent.
She wants your support, Erica.
You have my complete support.
How can you say no to that little face?
I would definitely say
and I would never actually harm the Easter Bunny.
No, of course not. No. All right, you guys, we have time for one more. No, don't put them away. Don't put away the princess pants. Don't put away princess pants. No. The baby bunny needs to be part of the next game. All right, the baby bunny. Okay, so between Erica and Andrew, which one of you wants to be with Amanda in the next and last game? Which one of you? Okay, Erica? Okay, you do it. All right, and I'll call new choice. So Andrew, you take a break. And we are going to say, all right, Cal, what do you have lined up in the random buttons?
You tell me what you want. I'll push a button for it. I've got buttons ready.
Okay, how about a profession?
All right, we need a profession. That's this button over here. Hold on. I lost buttons. All right, so dog food chefs.
Dog food chef.
Mm-hmm.
You are all dog food chefs. Okay, and do you have a non-geographic location for us?
I do. In a yoga class.
In a yoga class. With the bunny. Just because it's the place
I will allow shifting to bunny food chefs if you want to get a little esoteric with it here.
No. I think the bunny has an opinion on dog food.
Fair.
I think the bunny will have an opinion on dog food. All right. Okay. So Andy, you and I are out for visuals here, and okay, you're in a yoga studio. Go for it.
So I thought that we would just sort of maybe open our minds and get relaxed and really start thinking about the things that we want to put into this new line of dog food. And I see that you've got excuse me.
New choice, Erica.
Got our Bun here, who's going to be giving her very valuable opinions on the new food.
Yeah,
and,
she has a great sense of smell.
Right,
so she can smell whether it's quality food or not.
Wonderful.
And she can smell a lot better after yoga lessons, which is why we're here. Stretching some paws. Stretching our ears. Yep.
We are absolutely thrilled to have you on board.
Erica, new choice.
Well, Bun, welcome to the team. I'm sure that you will be a valuable asset to this corporation.
Erica, new choice.
Bunny, I must tell you that I had some misgivings at first when Amanda said, let's bring a bunny onto the staff, it not being able to actually voice real worded opinions and all. But you know what? All we really need is the opinion of whether or not you believe that this food is good enough for animal consumption. So I'm good with it. If you're good with it. And
Princess Rhino Pajama Pants gives her paw of approval.
Fantastic.
Amanda, new choice.
Princess Rhino Pajama Pants gives it 2 ears up.
Amanda, new choice.
Princess Rhino Pajama Pants gives it her little thump of approval. She has a nice, powerful thump.
Thump.
Yeah, you have a good thump.
Does Princess Rhino Pajama Pants also participate in the company's yoga exercise program?
Yes. We're stretching our feet right now.
Okay. Because it's very, very, very important that we're centered before and are one with the universe before we
Erica, new choice.
Because it's very important that we are all in the same space.
Erica, new choice.
Because it's very important that this cute little fluffy bunny is as relaxed as possible before she eats her little food. Yes. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Anyway. So I have three different dog foods that Princess Pajama Pants can choose from. One is a vegetable based. One is a meat based. Oh my goodness! Look how excited she's getting.
She loves vegetables.
Yes,
she loves vegetables.
And one is a kind of a hybrid, meat and vegetables. So,
what do you think about that?
Yeah, we try the vegan version first.
She's all about the vegan.
And I see she's getting super excited. Oh man, I can tell the change in her personality right away. Oh my goodness. That rabbit is dynamite.
Yeah. She feels it in her whiskers.
Okay, all right.
Amanda, new choice.
She feels it in her little tail.
Amanda, new choice.
Her eyes sell it. Those,
you know what?
Little eyes.
I have a great idea. I know that this is a little bit unorthodox, but I mean, her being a rabbit and royalty and all.
She is royal.
Yeah. But do you think we could make her the mascot? Like, put her little face on all of the cans of food?
Yes.
Do you think that would confuse people?
Yes. Yes. And because she's royalty, don't forget her crown. She has a crown. Yes. Don't you? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. And so would we need to drop a contract for for Her Highness?
She's a professional at putting her little paw in ink and just pushing it right down.
Okay. All right. So did she even care for the other two?
No, she's all about the vegetables.
Oh, okay. So vegetarian, vegan dog food it is. I think that we have an absolute winner on our hands. Vegetarian or vegan dog food with a bunny for a mascot. You know what?
She says everyone needs to eat more vegetables.
Yep. Yes.
Excellent. Well done. Thank God she was here. So thank goodness that Pajama Pants Princess Bun was here to make sure that our dog food is tasty and healthy.
You never thought you'd be on an improv show and a dog food tester.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, we bring new things to people's lives every day here on Whose Cause Is It Anyway? Of course we do. All right, my friends, we should wrap it up because we've been on for about an hour and we are super happy to share some laughs with everybody out there. And super big thanks to our friend Scott Vaughn for sending some money to the Red Cross. And we have one more charity that we want to wrap up with and share to make sure that people understand all of the different options that they have for sending their philanthropy budget into the world for focusing help on Ukraine. And that comes from Amanda. Amanda, tell us about the charity you've been working with.
So I am involved in a local initiative, the Erie, PA for Ukraine. That's where I am geographically. And there's a really high population of Ukrainian people here. And a lot of them have direct family over in the Ukraine. So we had a rally downtown, and it was like really beautiful with songs and singing and speeches. And then I went to the Ukrainian, the Grace Slavic Pentecostal Church, and got like the full like immersive Ukrainian experience with a service. And they have this really great initiative where you can donate directly with the link, and it goes directly to the people and their families. Like you can, I could go talk to them and say hi. So they trying to make it really easy with their website, and they're just like really great people. Not a lot of churches celebrate like the Ukrainian Orthodox holidays, and those are the ones I enjoy celebrating. So I've just kind of got connected with they're really good people. And if you want to support like a smaller, like actually, someone's family directly, it's just a smaller way to go.
Thank you. Hey, Cal, could we see that that link again? Okay, great. GraceSPC.com. That's the church, right?
Yeah.
Okay. GraceSPC.com, and then /Erie for Ukraine is the focus. But I'm sure if you get to GraceSPC.com, you'll be able to find that. All right, you guys.
They have a link at the top of the page.
Super.
Too. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. So super thanks to everybody. Thank you to Andrew and Erica and Amanda and Princess Bun Bun's Pajama Pants. And a super big, massive thanks to Cal, who's behind the screen, making sure that the live stream works for us, and all those great little tidbits from the audience. thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support to the Ukraine and sharing some laughs with us tonight. So go be healthy, laugh some more at some other people, and have a wonderful week coming up. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.